Hi, I'm Will. I'm starting a YouTube channel. Welcome to Collector Level. So hey, welcome back again to the Collector Level YouTube channel. We've got a lot to discuss today. This is our first video. I hope we're doing a good job. To give you a little idea about what Collector Level is, we're a YouTube channel dedicated to media, collectibles, and film. Media, movies, games, books, collectibles, primarily 6-scale figures. Also, we dabble a little bit in making cosplay props. So we'll talk a little bit about those things, show off maybe some of the things that we've made, some of the stuff that we've had made on consignment that go with other things, and films, modern films, vintage films, you name it. We're really into it. And that's why I chose the theater today. We're in our home theater, a dedicated home theater. And when I say we, I mean all of us. There's 4 of us here at Collector Level. Today, it's just going to be me. Later, we'll have an opportunity to meet the rest of the team as we introduce different topics, discussions, things like that, where it makes sense to have more of us on screen and to start the discussion and give different perspectives on each of those things. But once again, welcome to the Collector Level YouTube channel. So, to start things off, I'd like to begin with a movie that was released about 2 weeks ago onto 4K and DVD and digital streaming. Although it was released prior, simultaneously with the actual theatrical release on Disney Plus. But I want to talk a little bit about Black Widow. There's some varying thoughts on whether or not this is a good movie. And I think that it's a good movie for many things. I think that there's some things that people have concerns about it, and those are valid too. But the thing that I think that is so great about it, and I watched it twice. I watched it on release night here in the theater on Disney Plus for, I think that they call it Premiere Access. And it's an additional charge to your regular subscription to Disney Plus. But it was great. I'm sure that we've all watched some streaming movies since shutdowns have happened and things like that. And, some people are watching them on their phones, and some people are watching them on their regular TVs, and some people who have setups like this are able to watch them very similarly, if not better, than what you would watch them at the theater. But what I noticed about the Black Widow movie is that it was very concerned with giving some humanity back to the character of Black Widow. And I think that they did a great job. It was interesting to find out how her life began, how her life as a widow began. And I thought that it was start to finish a very well put together story. I also understand how people may have a dispute with it because the stakes were much lower maybe than another MCU movie. Because at the beginning of the movie, you already know what the conclusion of the character is. And there's not a lot of suspense that's set up unless they do another movie that directly fills in that time between the end of Black Widow and Infinity War.
Where are you going to go?
It's funny, my whole life I didn't think I had any family. Turns out I got 2. So one of them's a bit of a mess right now. I'm going to go break a few of them out of prison. See if I can't help patch things up.
The most exciting thing to me, and again, this is controversy, was Taskmaster. Now, anybody who's read the comic knows that the character of Taskmaster is a completely different character in the comics than what it was in Black Widow. And that's okay. They did similar things. Great example. The Mandarin.
You know who I am. You don't know where I am. And you'll never see me coming.
Everybody hated the Mandarin when it came out because they thought that it destroyed it. The Taskmaster character in Black Widow, despite whether you think where the origin of Taskmaster comes from or how they displayed the origin of Taskmaster in the movie, the character you cannot dispute was dynamic. Right? It kept people guessing as to who it was. I think that the story writers at Marvel Studios did a fantastic job of modernizing the character. And again, like the Mandarin, I have no doubt that they're going to fill in the gaps as things go. We can't look at these things as one single movie and then make a judgment when we don't like a choice that they made, because I would guess that most people, when they see the whole picture together, find that they have a completely different perspective. However, I've mentioned cosplay before and 3D printing, and I want to show you this because I had a really difficult time printing this out. It's not because it's a bad file. It's because I didn't bring it in here with me, but the helmet part that goes over it, because of these little rotator pieces on the side, very, very difficult to scale. And I first, just to kind of test out the file, I printed these. It's actually, I've got it taped together here, but this is 1, 2, and 3 pieces. And I've got it just taped together so that you can really kind of see it. I need to do the visor area. And I need to figure out how to do vacuum forming with tinted acrylics. If anybody has any recommendations on how to do that best, please put that in the comments below. I've been doing some reading, and I made a little piece for another character that I'll be showing you, but I'm not exactly happy with it, and it wasn't vacuum formed. I just molded it. I tried to do it with heat, and that destroyed it. But anyway, back to Taskmaster here. This is a great file, and obviously this is raw. I haven't done any post-processing to it except for snip off some of the hard edges. But stay tuned for more of this, because I have plans to make the entire wearable Taskmaster costume. One more quick teaser, and then we'll wrap up this first video. I'm going to do a proper review of this. I know that there's lots of them out there already. We have some unique perspectives about this character and specifically about this figure. So stay tuned for that. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to the first episode of the Collector Level YouTube channel. Wow. I can't believe it. That's amazing. Thank you for staying all the way to the end.